This video is all about simplifying this surd expression, which is 1 divided by root x plus 1 minus root x minus 1. So for us to be able to do this, but before I proceed, I want to appreciate my new subscribers. I also want to appreciate my subscribers. So, and I also want to appreciate my viewers. I will also appreciate if they will be converted to subscribers. Then I want them also to please do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Now let's begin. Let's begin. So for us to start now, this is the problem. Now, the only way to simplify this issue, this problem, is to rationalize the denominator. In order to rationalize the denominator, you have, let's say for instance, let's go to the next page. This is a question. Let me write it out. X plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1. Let's see whether that will, okay, I got it. Now, to rationalize the denominator, this is an irrational real numbers. So since they are irrational, we need to rationalize them. To rationalize them is to square this and square this, it will be rationalized. So for us to be able to square this and this without complicating the issue, without having another irrational real numbers introduced into the denominator, what we're going to do, we use this principle where you say, okay, let me use A. Let me use A so you understand what I'm saying. Now, let's say the denominator is A minus B. Now, these are irrational numbers. Now, for me to make this rational, I will multiply this with its conjugate. And the conjugate of this expression is to change this sign to plus, or is to change the sign here, plus root b. So if it is plus, here will be minus. So the logic behind this is, expression is, now with, if here is negative, here is positive, or if the sign between these two and this are different, this expression will be rationalized by saying the answer will just be square root of a all squared minus square root of b all squared. So square root of a squared is a minus square root of b squared is b. So this is rational value now, rational real numbers. So this expression comes to this. If you make the sign of this and this opposite, if you use opposite signs, let's say if here is plus, here should be minus. If here is plus, here should be minus. If here is minus, here should be plus. So just like that's interchanged. Now let's expand it so you understand what I'm saying. Let's expand that particular expression. You understand what I'm saying. That is why, that is the only way to rationalize a denominator. Now if you use this square root of a to multiply this expression here, you now have, to expand it, you just use this term to multiply the whole of this, which is this. Now minus this, minus square root of b times the whole of this. Now, if you expand it, square root of a times square root of a will give you a. Square root of a times square root of b will give you plus square root of ab. Knowing the law of logarithm, where you say square root of a times square root of a is equal to a. Square root of a times square root of b is equal to the square root of ab. This is a rule. So minus b minus square root of b times square root of a will give you minus square root of ab, minus square root of b times plus square root of b will give you minus b. So these two expressions will cancel out. You're left with a minus b. So that is the way using the conjugate, that is the way to rationalize a denominator. And when you rationalize a denominator, you have simplified that expression. So that is the rationale behind using the conjugate. So now, what we're going to do now, we're going to use conjugate of this denominator to multiply both sides. So now, this expression is just saying multiply this by 1. It's the same thing. So what we're going to do is 1 all over the square root of x plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1 times square root of x plus 1 minus, okay, plus, because here is minus. Now we change that to plus. So you say this plus the square root of x minus 1 divided by the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1. Now, what you see now, we say times 1. We use the same value to multiply the numerator and the denominator. So this same value divided by this same value will give you 1. So that is why this whole expression is the same thing as 6. So 1 times the whole of this will give you, so it implies that this 1 times this will give you x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1 divided by the whole of this, we say square root of x plus 1, sorry, minus square root of x minus 1, all brackets open again, square root of x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1. Now, the whole of this, the denominator will remain the way it is. So this is it. So now, we'll now use, to expand this expression, we use this one to multiply the whole of this. So we say square root of x plus 1 times, bracket open, square root of x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1. Then we use this to multiply the whole of this. That is minus square root of x minus 1 times, bracket open, square root of x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1. So that is it. Now, the numerator will still remain the way it is. Now, square root of x plus 1 times the square root of x plus 1 will give you x plus 1, because this value and this value is the same. So it's just like saying square root of a times the square root of a will give you a. That is the rule, a surd rule. So this times this will give you this expression. Now this times this, so it's just like, this, the value here is different from this value here, so it's just like square root of a times the square root of b is equal to the square root of ab. So that is what we're going to do here now. So square root of x plus 1 times the square root of x minus 1 will give you plus the square root of x plus 1 bracket open and close bracket open x minus 1. So that is it. Then this will now give you minus square root of x minus 1 times the square root of x plus 1 will give you minus the square root of x plus 1 times x minus 1. Now minus the square root of x minus 1 times plus square root of x minus 1. So you see, this is the same thing with this. So we apply this rule. So in that case, it will be minus x minus 1. So let's clean here to make space. So the numerator will still remain the same, x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1 divided by. Now when you look carefully, you notice that this is the same thing as this, so they will cancel out. They will cancel out. So this and this will cancel out. We will now have left x plus 1 minus x minus 1. So this is what is left, and this, so which is what we wrote here. So it will now also imply that you have x, the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 minus x minus 1. So this implies that square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 minus x plus 1. So you have the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1 divided by this. We cancel out this. You now have 1 plus 1, which is 2. So the final answer is half bracket open the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers. I appreciate you viewers. Do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you. Have a nice day.